Don't do it or do it. We're going to find out what the best moves for you will be when it comes to Phoenix Metro real estate based on the facts and figures I'm about to share with you. Stick around to the end. Please click subscribe, like the new hype button, and leave us a comment. Love your comments. Okay, let's dive right into it. Jennifer, take it away.
New listings. Last month, there were 9,180. The previous month, 9,845. And last year this time, there were 9,834.
New listings down from last month, down from last year. That's a double thumbs up as far as I'm concerned. It means that potential sellers are holding off putting their properties on the market, testing the waters as it were, and that's gobbling up, not at the super fast rate, but it is gobbling up the inventory, which again is helping sellers. When there's less inventory, buyers have less choices. Now for buyers, it's still a great time to get out there. We're going to talk about numbers. Well, we're talking about numbers now, but we're going to talk about prices a little bit down the road in this video. So again, stick around, but you'll see how it comes together. And when I say, as the title suggests, don't do it, what I mean by that is don't talk yourself out of buying a property right now if it's a great time to do so. And sellers, don't talk yourself out of putting your house on the market if now's a good time to cash in and put some money in your piggy bank. Again, as we dive into this video, we'll see what works best for you. And ultimately, that's what it's all about.
Active listings. Last month, there were 25,724. The previous month, roughly the same, 25,730. And last year, this time, there were 26,250.
I know it might be a bit early to see a pattern forming. Then again, I know everybody watching is pretty savvy when it comes to Phoenix real estate. However, we can see that active listings are down from last month and down from last year. Is there a reason for that? Absolutely. The pieces are going to come together, I promise you. And if not, reach out. We'll talk the talk.
Closed listings. Last month, there were 7,837. The previous month, 6,679. And last year, this time, 6,884.
The smoke is starting to clear. Closed listings are up from last month and up from last year. Let's take a little walk down memory lane. We're not going to walk that far because I'm only going to talk about what we just talked about, which will tie into this statistic. That being said, new listings are down. Again, potential sellers are not putting their homes on the market, and active listings are down. And why? Because closed listings are up. If we're selling more properties than we're adding to the market, or the inventory that's on the market is being depleted, then that would make sense, and the numbers are reflecting that. So, great time for buyers to get out there. There's still a lot of inventory, but good news on the horizon for sellers. When inventory starts getting eaten up, evaporated, houses are being sold, whichever way we want to word it, when sold signs are being put up, how about that? It's a good sign for sellers. And then those potential sellers, though, will those start seeing, maybe now is a good time to explore putting our property on the market, which is exactly what I've been saying. Right now, you don't want to talk yourself out of a good time to make your move. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or renting, make sure you download our new free and private home search app. Nobody's going to bother you. We don't sell your personal information, and all of the properties are current and accurate. Under the More tab, bottom right corner, get your buyers, sellers, and or relocation guides.
The buyer crowd favorite, as of these statistics, average sales price. Last month, it was $620,859. And the previous month, it was $28,000 higher at $648,205. But last year, this time, it was a lot less, $598,446.
Did you catch what Jennifer said? And by the way, thank you, Jennifer. When it comes to the average sales price, right now, it is favoring the buyers. But wait a second, it's been favoring the sellers because prices haven't gone down in quite some time. You look at last year compared to this year, we took a dip from last month to this month. I'm hoping that's not confusing, but if it is, just go back a little bit in this video and look at the numbers. My point to the story is, and as we have mentioned prior, it's a good time for buyers and sellers in a market that is holding in even ebbs and flows. And I say that all the time, but you don't really want prices to go through the roof. Some buyers would be upset by that, and of course sellers would be happy. But on the flip side, you also don't want your house, once you purchase it and it becomes your home, for the prices to tank. That would upset people. So when you have a market that's keeping even keel, and over 12 months you can see it went from about 600,000 to about 650, and right now it's somewhere in the middle, and that's a good time for buyers and or sellers to, again, make moves, or at least explore what the possibilities of your moves are. And again, that's what that thumbnail, "Don't do it," is all about. It means so many people know it might be a good time, but they talk to people that might not be professionals in the real estate market, and then they talk themselves right out what could have been one of the best investments of their lives. Traditionally, over time, purchasing real estate will pay off. Either way, you need a roof over your head. You might as well make it yours. Like we always say, and it's a little joke in real estate, you're always paying a mortgage. It's either yours or your landlord's.
Sold to list ratio. Last month it was 97.42%. The previous month, roughly the same, 97.32%. And last year this time, almost the same at 97.6%. And what that means is if it was 100%, the seller would get their full list price.
Well, when it comes to sold to list ratio, Jennifer gave us the numbers as well as the definition. So let's move along. No reason to waste time.
Monthly supply of inventory. Last month it was 3.3. The previous month, 3.9, and last year this time, 3.8. So it's pretty consistent.
Month supply of inventory. It is consistent. And if you've ever watched any of my Phoenix Metro real estate market videos, you know what I'm about to say right now. I believe a healthy inventory is somewhere between 2 months low, 4 months high, 3 months mean average. And look where we are right now. It doesn't get any better for both buyers and sellers to explore their options. And like my thumbnail states, don't do it. Don't talk yourself out of, or have somebody else talk you out of, looking at what might be the best time to make moves for you.
Listing success rate. Last month it was 72.7%. The previous month, 76%, and last year this time, 71.3%. So basically, it's like 1 out of every 4 listings does not close or cancels or expires.
If I didn't know better, I think somebody was after my job, which is okay because maybe it's time for me to retire. No chance. Love what I do. Listing success rate, yeah, I like it when we're in the 70s. It doesn't mean every house is selling, but it means that a majority of them are. And keep in mind that just because you look at a number currently 72 plus or minus percent, that doesn't mean, and again, by the math, it would mean 3 out of 4 roughly, but that doesn't mean that, these 3 will and that one won't. It's really a little bit more complicated than that, but it's not rocket science when it comes down to it. Some locations are just going to sell quicker than others. Some styles of houses take longer to sell, and the flip-flop of that is true. So you really have to dissect the numbers, the locations, the amenities, the timing of the markets. There's a lot that goes into it, but ultimately, when you're looking at just raw data, yep, about 72 plus or minus percent of the homes that are listed will sell. And that's not so bad.
Average days on market. Last month it was 82. The previous month it was 84, and last year this time it was 76. So ask yourself this question. If it's 82 days on the market, is it better to be a buyer or a seller? And remember when it used to be 10 days on the market? Back then, what was better? to be the seller or the buyer.
I love it. The Mr. Rogers Homes team asking for your input. That's what it's all about, sharing information so we can make the best moves for everybody. Days on market is a unique statistic that I like explaining because many people don't know that it doesn't actually mean how long it takes for a property to be sold. Nope, it means how long it takes for a property to go under contract. So if we put a for sale sign in your front yard today and 80 plus days later, it should go under contract. Based on the rest of the average numbers that we're going over today, we'll use the days on market average number. So the point being is it won't be 80 plus days for it to go from for sale to sold. It goes from for sale to under contract, and then there's still a couple of steps after that. Appraisals, inspections, negotiations back and forth. And then ultimately, if negotiations are successful, the buyers get the key to their new home and the sellers enjoy a check being deposited or wired, however you want your money put into your bank account. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please check out this one. Until next time, take care. God bless America. I'll talk to you soon.